Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be talking you through some of my beauty habits. These are the little things that I do every day or once a week just to ensure that things just stay looking good, that my skin is well looked after, that I'm well hydrated, that I'm getting all the necessary pampering me time to leave me feeling like I am my best. So arguably one of the most important things, and something that I honestly battle with, is to try and get enough sleep. So anybody who knows me knows that I am a night owl. I am a creative. I work best during the early hours of the morning, not even late at night, like early hours of the morning. After midnight is when I get my most creative work done. I often stay up into the wee hours just to try and get through my deadlines and to get some writing work done. And this, of course, means that I get probably, on average, anywhere between 3 to 6 hours of sleep, which is not enough. It shows on my skin. My skin looks dull the next morning, it looks tired, it looks ashen, and of course carrying on with this habit over time has even worse results for your skin, like even more negative consequences. So I am really trying to be a lot better about going to bed a little bit earlier at night, about ensuring that I have consistent work hours during the day so that I can just focus on my writing in the mornings when Beanie is at play school, so that afternoons can be spent doing admin in between playing and looking after Beanie, and then evenings I try to take off wherever possible. I try to get at least 6 or 7 hours of sleep per night, and I've noticed a massive change in my skin. Like, it's not as dull as it used to be, it's not as dry, so this is definitely something that I would recommend you look into doing. It's tough. There's always the temptation of catching up on some Netflix or scrolling around on your phone into the wee hours, but I'm really trying to make it a habit of getting into bed at a reasonable hour, switching off, no devices, and just reading a good book before nodding off. Of course, this is not always possible, so during the busy seasons when I'm unable to get my full 8 hours of sleep per night, I try to use really good, rich and nourishing night cream, and I look out for really cool ingredients, things like retinol, which helps to brighten your skin, things like hyaluronic acid, just to like plump up everything. The moisturizer I'm using at the moment is the Pond's Age Miracle Deep Action Night Cream. Now this has an Intelligent Pro Cell Complex, which is an assortment of different ingredients. I've done a blog post on these products before, so I'll just link that below if you're interested in finding out more about these specific ingredients and what they do for your skin. But this product is honestly, it's like sleep in a jar. It's so deliciously rich, it's nourishing, but without being greasy. So it's not one of those night creams that you put on and you wake up with a greasy face the next morning. It sinks right into your skin and it just leaves it feeling deliciously plumped up, well hydrated and well cared for. To tie into this, I've also recently started using a really good serum. This is something that I didn't really pay much attention to previously, but since turning 30 I've really been making a concerted effort to look after my skin. So I've started using a serum twice daily. What serums are is they are basically a product that contains a concentrated amount of any active ingredients that you might find in your day or night creams. So it's really a good idea to look out for a serum that targets your specific skincare concerns. So at the moment, I'm very concerned with pigmentation, with fine lines, and with dull skin. Just to try and brighten my lackluster complexion, I've been using a serum that contains retinol ingredients, and this just helps to slough off any dead skin cells, revealing a brighter, more youthful complexion. Of course, when you're using active ingredients like retinol, often these are quite sensitive to the sun, so if you weren't using an SPF before, which everybody should be, this should be one of your regular beauty habits. If you're not using one though and you are using sun sensitive ingredients like retinol, then you need to be using an SPF daily. So I do not go without SPF. It is something that I do every single day, and it's a habit that I started following when I fell pregnant or after my pregnancy, when I noticed that I had quite a bit of pigmentation. So because pigmentation is a concern for me and I've noticed the effects of pigmentation and sun damage firsthand, SPF is vital. It's something that I won't live without. So I never leave the house without applying at least a moisturizer with SPF, but I'll often apply another SPF product over that just to ensure that I'm getting all the necessary protection. This is something that I don't need to be telling you to do, and I'm putting this in here as a reminder to myself to drink more water. Especially during winter, I have been so bad at ensuring that my fluid levels are topped up. So this is something that I want to work on going forward. I find that buying a nice little bottle, a bright bottle, is just a nice way to ensure that you've always got fresh water on you, which also helps to encourage me to just keep those moisture levels topped up. So I like to fill up my water bottle and to keep it on my desk, and I take it with me in the car, and I make sure that I drink at least 2 of these pink water bottles every day. Sometimes, let's face it, water tastes a bit bland, so I like to pop in a few slices of lemon for like a fresh and zesty taste. I especially like to do this in the morning. I like to start my day with a warm cup of water with some lemon in it. But during the day I also like to pop in a few slices of cucumber, which sometimes I'll then take out and munch on when I'm feeling a little bit peckish, because I love cucumber. And I also love how cucumber water makes me feel as though I'm at the spa. It's something that you often get at spas, so it just makes it feel a little bit more spoil-worthy. One thing I also like to do at least once a week is to have a full-on at-home pamper session, and this includes giving my skin an exfoliation, using a chemical exfoliator. Often I will use a manual one as well, just to ensure that all of those dead skin cells are off. And then I'll also do a face mask, I'll do a body scrub, sometimes I do a self-tanning session, and often I'll do my nails as well. Now this is just something that makes me feel good, it makes me feel better about myself. It is a great way for me to unwind at the end of a long day. Like, I know some people like to have a glass of wine, some people like to indulge in some chocolates. I like that too, but my ideal way to end the day is to put Beanie in bed and then to hop into a nice cozy bath with a magazine or a good book, or to watch a few videos on YouTube. Like, that's just my way of unwinding, so it's something that I like to make a habit out of. Another super basic skincare tip or beauty habit that we should all be following is removing our makeup. Now I know this is something that is easier said than done a lot of the times, especially I think in my younger years when I used to like party a lot. That makes me sound so old. In my younger years, when I used to, before I was married and I had children, before I had this domestic life, and I used to like go out often, I would often get home from being out on the town, and the last thing you feel like doing is removing your makeup. This is something that I have battled with in the past, but these days I find that it's not such a problem anymore. There are some days when I sort of, you know, have fallen asleep on the couch, and then I get up and then, you know, I need to wash my face, and then I feel all woken up again, and huge massive problem, we've all been there. But I tend to find that finding skincare products that you really enjoy using, like beautiful products that have a sensory experience about them and that have a beautiful fragrance, just make washing your face and doing your skincare routine a pleasure. Like, some days I will get home from a busy day of meetings or events or client work, and all I want to do is get into my bathroom, wash my face, put on a rich, nourishing cream, and just breathe. Like, that to me is pure heaven. And another little habit that I've started incorporating into my beauty routine recently is using a satin pillow slip. So it sounds a bit odd. My husband absolutely hates them with a passion. He hates the slippy feel of them, but they are the most fantastic things you can do for your skin and for your hair. They help to prevent wrinkles from forming. It helps to prevent your skin, you know, because your skin sort of like smooths over them, so you're not like sleeping and skin getting stuck and wrinkles being formed. It also doesn't absorb moisture from your skin, so whereas cotton absorbs moisture, so any moisture that's on your skin, cotton will absorb it. Satin doesn't do that, so that's a very good thing for your moisture levels. It's a good thing for preventing wrinkles, not to mention your hair. Since I've started using a pillow slip, my hair has not been better. Like, there are some days that I'll flat iron my hair and I'll style it, and then, you know, you go to bed and you wake up and your hair is all over the place. Since I've started using a satin pillow slip, I've noticed that I can flat iron my hair or style my hair the day before, go to sleep, wake up, and it's like my hair has not even, it looks as perfect as it did the day before. So for that reason alone, I'm a massive fan of satin pillow slips, and it is something that I will always swear by. These are just a few of the beauty habits that I follow on a daily or a weekly basis. I'd love to hear from you and find out what some of your beauty habits are. Do you have any similar beauty habits? Are there any others that I've left off of the list? What are your bad beauty habits? I'm leaving a link to a blog post on my blog down in the description bar below. If you head on over to that blog post and you tell me what some of your beauty habits are, you stand a chance of winning an amazing prize from Pond's South Africa, so be sure to check that out. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, please give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.